Happy St. Patrick's Day to you, Carl. Slanty, lads. Slanty. How you doing?
I'm not engaging.
Not engaging. Look at the Irish. Look at the Irish. Look at the toy. Look at the Irish.
Are we gonna have this?
St. Patrick's Day, Carl.
Are we gonna have this all night?
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how hot I get under this leprechaun.
Right, okay. Do you like my top? Do you like my top?
Mind the gap. It's very good because you're into trains, and it also has a meaning in the football as well.
Yeah.
Double entendre, Cole.
Mind the gap.
Mind the gap, indeed. Mind the gap, indeed. Anyway, how you doing?
Yeah, not bad.
Good Tuesday.
Looking forward to a problem-free evening.
Give it time. New laptop is installed, so we should be okay. The internet is working. If not, I do have another laptop as Plan B, ready to go.
Well, let's hope
the worst should happen. So there we go. Anyway, good weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah. First of all, I think we should apologise for last week, where we were in and out, dropping the signal, all the rest of it. We couldn't help it. It's got nothing to do with us. We are
victims of circumstance.
Victims of circumstance, indeed. We've also got an apology. Luke Payne
is poorly. Bless him.
Got a bad throat, can't speak. So there's no Luke Payne review tonight. So me and Aidan are going to have to do it. Barnet are obviously playing tonight.
Yep.
So they won't be on. But we have got Ryan from Up the Hughes podcast later on. So third show for Ryan.
He's a good lad. We like Ryan. He's a good lad.
Ryan.
But we do have plenty to talk about.
It's an exciting night tonight for us because it's a rare opportunity, isn't it?
It is. Not just do you get Colin and I on Don's Unplugged on a Tuesday night, as we're playing tomorrow, but you also get live, up-to-date scores in League 2 because there's some interesting games on tonight. Notably, Newport against Bromley,
which is currently 0-0.
And a few others about to kick off as well. So we will keep you in the loop about what's going on, where it's going on.
Yeah.
We've got Accrington Stanley against Notts County, Gillingham against Swindon, Walsall against Cambridge, Cheltenham against Crewe, and many more to come and chat about as well, Cole. So yeah, quite a few things to cover off, and we'll keep people posted as we go along.
Yeah.
But not only that, and apologies because I do have a bit of a croaky voice, so I'll do my best to keep up tonight. But a massive thank you as always to our sponsor, Mr. Kaz at the Kaz Bar outside Gate 7 on a match day. Be there tomorrow night, so do get yourself down there if you are going to the game tomorrow. Get yourself some dinner from the delectable Kaz and his great food as well. So we're looking forward to seeing him. A great guy and does some great food as well. And not just saying that, go and test it yourself, and I'm sure you'll agree. Luke, as he's mentioned, is off on his sick bed, not deathbed, sick bed, although it could be man flu, so probably, because we're all a bit, don't just set me off. But we do have another illness, another man down. Ryan, get well soon from the Team Talk team. But we do have a video tonight. So we have Chris and Callum who have stepped in to fill the void. So we do have a great video, some new. You set me off.
I've got it as well.
Yeah, some new video footage. Just put it that way. And a few new things to see. So that should be good fun for everyone to have a look at. And again, great video, guys. I've had a chance to look at it before the show, and we just keep better and better every week, Cole. Tonight,
I asked Albie if Albie would come on tonight.
Yeah, he's not well.
and he's not well either. So
we're all falling down, Cole.
If anybody's got this thing that's going around at the moment, get well soon. Hope to see you tomorrow night.
Absolutely. Hope everyone's feeling okay, but there's a lot of it going around. I know that much. A lot of people feeling poorly. I've still got a bit of it. You've still got a bit of it, but we'll soldier on through, Cole. We'll soldier on through. As I say, Ryan hopefully will be joining us around about 8 o'clock tonight to talk all things for the Colchester game coming up tomorrow. 8 o'clock live on Sky as well. For those who can't make it, make sure you get the chance to watch it on there. And obviously, we're doing the Barnet preview as well without a Barnet guest, as Cole was already mentioned. So we've got things to talk about. We've got fact files, we've got profiles, we've got highlights, we've got lowlights, we've got everything in between. tonight, and all things Colchester and Barnet. And more importantly, we've got you, the viewers, making your views heard, giving you the chance to put your comments up on the platform, which we will do our roll of honour shortly. However, I must say, first and foremost, Cole, congratulations to Owen, because Owen got take a shot right last week by saying Gilby would be the first goal scorer. So well done to you, Owen. If you are there on Saturday, come and find us outside the Casbah, and obviously win your free shot glasses.
All right.
So well done on that one, Owen. So yeah, I mean, so before we go into the review of what was a wonderful Saturday. A wonderful Saturday of intrigue, that's for sure. I didn't have many nails left after the game, Cole, but
no,
it's time to do our roll of honour.
Felt like watching the Daleks for me. I don't know.
Watching the Daleks.
Well, hiding behind the sofa.
I remember that. But we'll talk
about that in a minute.
We will do. We've got some, as I say, comments come out. Evening, lads. Top of the league from Jamie. Jamie, thank you for that one. And it would be great if we are top of the league soon. Hopefully this weekend, if all things go our way. Who knows? But I like your positivity, so thank you for that one. Good old Ollie says, happy St. Patrick Day legend. Shout out to the Irish MK boys. 9 games to the title. Bring it on tomorrow. Let's go.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it, Ollie. And happy St. Patrick's Day to you, my friend, as well. I did see the shirt he was wearing today, and it looked fantastic. I will say no more. Jivan has joined us. Jivan says, up the Dons. Jivan, thanks for joining. As always, great content as well. If you get the chance to watch Jivan's videos and previews on the Facebook page, please do. Give him a like. Give him some support on the YouTube as well. Does some cracking content, and I know he'll appreciate the input as well. So, again, thanks for joining us, Jivan. Sheila has joined us. She said, Tuesday evening, Don's Unplugged. Hi, everyone. Colin, did you find the poster?
No, I haven't.
You just can't get stuff.
Sheila, I haven't got a clue where it is, Sheila. It might be under my pillow.
I was about to say, is the dog eating it with your homework? Is that what's
Parsnip is running free around the house tonight. The wife's out. So I'm puppy sitting, and I'm wondering what the hell he's getting up to. So
bless you. That's
he might put a guest appearance in later.
That's all right. We look forward to it. Matt's joined. So good evening, chaps. How are we doing? I'm a happy Dons fan right now. 2 important wins over the last week, and I've just added a 12-13 I can't even say that. Is it Van Danel? Van Danel, that is it. I can never get that one right. Home shirt to my rapidly growing Don's shirt collection. You'll have to tell us which ones you haven't got, Matt, and we'll try and put them on the show next week. So
I'd like to see a photograph of that lot, Matt. I mean, as you can see, I've got a fair amount, and some of them are ragging up, and I'm a bit of a merch man.
Merch man. That'd be a new name. There you go. Anyway, thanks for joining, Matt, as always. Danny has joined us, said, Bigora if it's not MK's answer to Jedwood.
Danny Jesus, Guinness O'Carroll.
Jesus. Thank you, Danny. We appreciate it. I think Jedwood, do you know what? You're triggering some memories, and I've forgotten completely about those two. Crikey, that's years ago, right? Craig says, good evening all. Can't wait for the double header this week. Neither can we. And hopefully, Craig, another maximum points haul as well, because we need it, especially with the 9 games to go. As Ollie said.
Helen.
Helen's joined us. Yeah, Helen, hope you're well. Say nice to see you when we were at the community day. And as I say, thanks for joining us always. We appreciate you jumping.
Hope everything's well at Botwood Hall.
Absolutely. Botwood Hall with Sir Chris of Botwoodshire as well. Oh, dear me. Kerry Ann has joined us. She said, evening all, hope you're well. Waving hands ready for Colin and Aiden. There you go. Jazz hands. There you go, Kerry Ann. Jazz hands. Good stuff. But no, thanks for joining as always. We've got another one here. It says, Slanty from Mr. Nick.
Okay.
Thanks for joining as always.
Michael, don't encourage him.
Mick, he's a legend. And I know he's going to be...
Tranmere nil, Harrogate 1. Latest score.
Tranmere, what was that? Tranmere Harrogate 1 or
Tranmere nil, Harrogate 1, latest score.
Well, there you go. I told you they were the form team.
I've got Sky Sports right in front of me.
Right up there. Other brands are available. No? Okay, fair enough. But there we go. There we go. So anyway, thanks for joining us, Mick. As always, great to have you on. Glenn says, evening, guys. Glenn, evening to you. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're recovering still and everything's going well for you.
Oh, bad news. Accurate and Neil, Notts County won.
I was about to say I was holding my breath then because you look like you were in shock. Okay. Well, it's all right. There's still a gap there, Cole. There's still a gap.
Yeah. Jody Jones scored for Notts County.
No, well, give it time. Plenty of time for that to change. Evening, guys. Say Glenn. So we've had a chat to Glenn.
Yeah, evening, Glenn.
And say Grant's joined us. Evening, Dons and Donettes. Evening to you as well, Grant. How was it from the other side at Swindon? Saw the photos. I saw you in the home end. So
what?
Yeah, he was in the home end visiting friends and family, I believe. So yeah, let's know how that was for you, Grant, and how the
Did
feedback.
You celebrate the goals, Grant?
Yeah, we want to know if you celebrate the goals. Did he? That's the question.
Yeah.
Matt, who on earth is the Irish leprechaun and what have you done to Aidan? It's St. Patrick's Day, Matt. What can I say? Supporting the boys. Absolutely. Grant, as I say, is evening Dons and Donuts again. I don't know why it's come up twice, but anyway, thank you, Grant. Danny said, did you see Grimsby game against Cambridge has been postponed due to international call-ups? Bit of a fixture part.
Yeah. Grimsby player, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit mad, right? Surely if you've got replacements and it's not... I didn't think you could do this one. Maybe I'm wrong. Danny, you can tell me, but I'm pretty sure that...
I thought it had to be 3, unless it's the goalkeeper.
Yeah, maybe.
The FA have obviously sanctioned it. It seems a bit of a strange one, that.
Yeah, an odd one, but who knows? We shall see. Ollie says, gutted I missed Swindon away. Cousin got married. I was the groomsman. I celebrated big time when I saw we won. The only issue was I cheered loudly during the speeches. Well, maybe it made it interesting, Ollie. You never know. But yeah, hey, look, mate, it was a hell of a game. And if it helps, I was in watching the rugby because I was down seeing family in Portsmouth, and I was cheering as well. And everyone gave me some strange looks, thinking, "What's that guy up to?" But there we go. But I hope you had a good wedding celebration as well, Ollie. Always family an important thing, that's for sure. Matt says, "Evening all, great. What a week! What a great week. We're on our way." I hope so, Matt. I hope so. As I say, if we can get some maximum points tomorrow, we well could be.
Another score.
Go on.
Tranmere 0, Harrogate 2.
Job done. They're on their way, aren't they? Out of the bottom. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Ash has joined us. He said, "Evening, legend and Colin. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all the Irish fans."
Yeah.
Appreciate that, Ash. Thank you for the international inclusion, Ash. The international inclusion. We appreciate it. Good stuff. Hopefully, no gremlins or leprechauns causing havoc tonight. No. So the interesting thing was that is, we did have an issue in Wellingborough because, I say, Colin's internet jumped, mine jumped. My laptop was compounded with that. So hopefully now the internet is supposed to be stable. Fingers crossed, we should be fine.
Yeah, if anybody wasn't sure, we both live in Wellingborough, so that's why we were both getting clobbered by the outage.
Yeah, the internet outages. May bless us. Grant says, Dons were allowed at the county ground. They certainly were. It's fantastic. Good turnout as well, Grant, from the looks of it. But did you cheer about the goals in the home? I want to know. What we
just over 1,000, wasn't there?
There was a fair few, that's for sure. Any of you sick notes went to Gillingham last week?
What?
He said, any of you sick notes went to Gillingham last week? I wasn't there because I was in bed poorly, to be fair. Cole wasn't there. I don't think you were there either, were you, mate, to be fair? But no, again, I mean, fantastic result. And to be fair, like you say, that result, the goals we scored there, the goals against Harrogate, the solid win against Swindon, so much to talk about.
Why would I want to go to Gillingham?
Well, last time we went to the pub, didn't we? There we go. Thank you. Had a chest infection. I also had no voice till yesterday. No, I had that, Ryan. It's been particularly nasty.
It's a bit of that sweep in the fan base, isn't there, at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, so I had a nasty one as well, Ryan. So, like I said, I hope you feel better and say rest up, mate. It's not a nice one, and just take it easy because it certainly does knock the stuffing out of you. All the best, Ryan, from G-Van as well. So thank you for that, G-Van. It's very kind. And thank you as well to you, good self, for all the effort and stuff that you put in, G-Man, for MK Dons as well. How long are you going to last wearing that hat and beard before you find it too annoying to take off? We shall see, Matt. We shall see.
I found it annoying about a quarter of an hour ago.
Or when we logged in behind the stage, you just went, oh, like that.
And I went, but
it's St. Patrick's Day, Matt. I've got to do it for my boys, and obviously the look of the Irish. There you go. Look at the Irish. So we shall see. Anyway, Ryan says, currently got you on my laptop watching the Bromley Newport game on my TV. I'll keep us posted on live updates from that one as well. Thank you.
Huddersfield beating Lincoln 1-0. What a goal. Ryan Hardy, 15 minutes. Yeah, great goal. Great goal.
Hopefully we'll see that next season when we go up. Although Lincoln, look, they're on the way to the championship at the moment. Sheila says, want to see Parsnip. She wants to see Parsnip.
It's a bit personal, Sheila, isn't it?
I'm saying nothing. Saying nothing. I'm sure you'll be able to see.
He'll be in here shortly, Sheila, no doubt. He'll come in and I'll show you. He's grown, Sheila. Grown.
I thought you were going to tell us how far to. Then I was waiting.
He's put on about 1 kilo.
Crikey! So that's really good. Josh said, "Slanty fellas, sink a Guinness and let's toast a few results tonight. A war masterclass tomorrow. Come on, you bloody Dons." Couldn't have put it better to myself, Josh. And on that note, Slanty to your good self. Ryan as well has come back with how many shirts have you got, Matt? Colin, I've got about 20. So yeah, I say Matt, let us know how many you've got. Cole, I mean, you've got to be in the high 40s. Yeah, got to be. Fair few, that's for sure. Ollie says, Knox County 1, Accrington 0. Thanks, Ollie. Keep us posted if you get any results through as we're going along the show. I promise not to mention Bonnie Blue this week, but I do think we're in for a sticky early kickoff Saturday.
Thanks, Danny.
Anyway, thank you, Danny. I've got no words. Ash said, with the 2 games and put pressure on Bromley as we be top before they play on Saturday. Yeah, we could be. We absolutely could be, Ash. I'm hoping it goes to plan, but I hope Newport do us a favour tonight, to be honest, although I don't know how well that's going to turn out given the form.
Well, Leighton Orient are winning at some place down in London.
Are they?
1-0.
Sutton are in the National League. It must be that other team. Oh, no, Bromley are in League 2. I don't know who you're talking about, Cole. Never mind.
No. Well, they're winning 1-0 anyway.
Good stuff. Luke said, evening all. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all our Irish supporters. Come on, you guys. Luke. Appreciate that. And thank you for joining, my friend. Harrogate 2-0 up. Ollie has mentioned.
Yeah, we know, Ollie. You're behind. We've been saying this.
It's fine. Don't worry. I'm sure the rule is 3 players. I'm sure it's including under 21s.
I thought that as well.
I
can't think they've got 3 internationals.
So yeah, Danny said 3 players, but can be full caps under 21s or under 18s as well. So
right, okay. So it's probably a bit of that. It's Grimsby anyway, and it's not Cambridge.
Yeah, it's a strange one. Anyway, evening to yourself, Arthur. Hope you're well. So, hi lads, chocks away from Bomber Harris. I did see Arthur with his
Arthur's
jacket.
on a cruise.
He is, but did you see him in his jacket and his hat recently? I saw him outside the stage.
Arthur's cruising with Jane McDonald.
Jane McDonald. He'll be live on the show, I'm sure. I'm glad we didn't score anymore as I copped it each time. Great result, mind. Grant. Yeah, no, absolutely, Grant. I thought it was a hell of a game, to be honest. And I thought we made it look quite easy, to be honest, even though it was only 2-1. But maybe that's just me. But I thought we really controlled it, particularly second.
Yes. Who Hobson is, I presume that means Hogan. And yes, so was I.
Saying nothing.
Mate, that second goal was all down to him. He kept the ball live.
Yeah, okay. Clock's right twice a day if it's broken, Cole. We'll see. Anyway, Ash said, I've been okay and even been to Guilds and Bristol and still nothing. So there you go. He has got a chest of iron, that's for sure. So I hope you stay well as well. Ash, it's not nice, that's for sure, mate. It's been a horrible one. Jonathan as well has said, Warren confirmed he has been impressed with Hogan. Should he start tomorrow night? I mean, it's a hard one to say, to be honest, isn't it? I mean,
Mendes Lang could be back.
Could be. So, I mean, it's a selection headache, granted, but who changes a winning team? I guess you have to wait and see. But I'm sure there'll be some changes. There'll be something on there anyway, Jonathan. But we'll have to wait and see, I guess, on that one. Had a great time in Swindon, said Matt, especially walking back through Swindon in my family's home, singing after a great time. It was great to see how together the team was all the way through the game. Yeah, I thought so, Matt.
I think that's the thing that's probably impressed me the most about this team, the way they are all together.
I think so.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's one of the things that makes a difference, right? If you're all together, not walking off down tunnels when other players are still out on the pitch, it does make a real difference. I'll be back to my best next week. Come on, you Dons, from Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. And again, say rest up, my friend, and take it easy. Ash said, could be starting to sing We're Off to Leicester. You're off to York to some clubs in the next few weeks. This is true. Although, could be Portsmouth, could be West Brom, could be a number of other clubs at the moment. That's the way things are going. It was very interesting in the Championship last night with a few results, that's for sure. Get back to this one. So the league title is coming, says Ryan, for Don. So he's confident.
Where?
Just over the horizon, Cole. Nearly there. 9 more games to go.
Huddersfield now beating Lincoln 2-0.
And Scum 1-0 down to Leighton.
Oh, I've already said that.
I know, but he said Scum, so it made it more interesting.
Oh, okay.
Happy St. Patrick's Day from Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that. I don't know how long I'm going to get this on before I start getting itchy. Mick says, will you give a shout out to my wife, Amy? First time listening. Hi, Amy. Thank you for listening to these 2 old guys, particularly the one dressed as a leprechaun, in the name of Irish St. Patrick's Day. We appreciate you. We appreciate Mick. And hopefully you come over and see one of the games with Mick at some point. It'd be lovely to see you over here if you get the chance.
It would.
Even if you can bring the little ones over. I know it's been a difficult one. But yeah, Amy, thank you for watching. And thank you as well for taking the time to join in as well, Mick. We appreciate it. Your stream appeared to be on my screen, and I had to say hello just for the costume. Hope you chaps are all good. Great to see how you have grown.
Oh, thank you very much.
We appreciate that.
Salford 1, Barrow 0.
Well, it's good. It's good. But no, thanks for the shout out. We appreciate it.
That's not good. Salford winning.
Well, give it time.
Okay. All right,
Still plenty of time to go. Anyway, Ryan says, everyone's comments on our attendance at Newport Stadium looks very, very empty. Yeah, I know. One of those, Ryan. You're never going to please everyone, mate, unfortunately. Look at who we got to. Look who got the assist at the weekend. Bet Aiden was pleased. Well, I was more pleased at the fact that we won, to be honest, Ash. And Big Marv got another goal.
Yeah, thanks to Scott Hogan.
Well, the guy that went down the tunnel before the start of the game when all the players were out signing things. Just saying, togetherness is an important thing. And like I say, I'm yet to be convinced, Cole. If he carries it on, I'm happy to say I've proved wrong, but still early days.
Chesterfield 0, Oldham 1.
Interesting. Anyway.
No doubt in about a minute's time, Ollie will put it up as well.
Yeah. And Danny just said, when will the March transfer window happen? Well, there may be some coming back.
Yeah.
Soon.
Well, it looks
Mendes
like
Lang, hopefully tomorrow, potentially.
And Collar.
Well, yeah. Is that tomorrow? I don't know if we'll be ready for tomorrow, but there should be a few. And it will feel definitely like a transfer window. That's for sure. Once we get a few players back and we've got a fully fit squad, it will give Warney a headache and hopefully us a lot more options up front as well, which are doing very well as they.
I like York. I
do. That's the only sad thing about if we go up. I would have liked to have visited them, and I wish them to come up. So I wish them the best.
York's a lovely place. Great place.
It is. It's a really good place, but the ground's really nice as well, Cole, isn't it? The new one, anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, Josh said, to be fair, York probably nicer day out than Leicester. All I want to go to Leicester, however. Yeah, exactly, Josh. But again, we shall see. I don't want to tempt fate and start singing songs until we're definitely there. That's for sure, but it's looking good. It's looking good. Russ, a bit late tonight, but evening, ladies and gents, and top of the evening to Aidan. Thank you very much, Russ. And as always, lovely.
Don't encourage him, Russell.
Top of the evening to you. I'm loving the Irish lover, everyone. We appreciate it. And we appreciate the Irish team as well. What's that called? Jaffa cake?
I'm going to have a Jaffa cake.
You enjoy your Jaffa cakes.
Okay.
Full moon, half moon, total eclipse, wasn't it? That was the advert. But there we go. G-Van said, should we rename AFC Wimbledon, AFC Milton Keynes Dons, given their obsession with acting like they're Wimbledon FC and had to become Milton Keynes Dons? Well, there's lots of things we could call them. I like to call them AFC Kingston, to be honest, G-Van, because that's where they came from and formed, even though on their badge it says established in 1800 and something on one of their websites, although we all know you formed in 2002 before Milton Keynes took over the Wimbledon FC branding. So it's one of those, unfortunately, G-Van. They like to pretend that it's black is white. What can I say? I'm not going to waste any more breath on them. But I take your point, and yeah, very much amusing. PSG 1-0 up against Chelsea. Come on, Chris Kamara Butler. You never said that.
It don't really affect us, though, Ollie, does it?
Well, 4 more years, you may well do. There we go. So yeah, Matt said at the rough count, I have about 40 to 45 shirts in my collection. Ryan, maybe more. I will give some pics to you and Colin at some point as well. Yeah, I'd love to see it. Love to see. Send the pictures in.
Indeed.
We're always happy to
nice one, Matt, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Anyway, that was getting through our comments. So thank you everyone for the comments this afternoon, this evening, whichever one it is. It's been a long day for me. And we also have our famous guest, our repeat guest, almost a regular on the show, Ryan, to talk all things Colchester for tomorrow night, Cole. So I think maybe we'd bring Ryan in. Let's talk all things Colchester.
Is he here?
He's here already, yeah.
That's what I like about Ryan. Has he still got that?
He's punctual. And by the way, anyone that hasn't seen it, watch his podcast. It's great stuff. He's a great guy. I highly recommend.
Has he still got that big crest behind him?
If he hasn't, I'm going to be disappointed. Ryan without that crest is almost like Ireland without whiskey.
Oh, shut up, will you, please?
It's impossible. I think he has. Let's bring him in. There you go. He's is the crest.
He's gone.
Is the crest.
But he's gone.
It's all right.
Where is he? Where is he?
He'll be back. He'll be back. I saw him. He's there. He was there. It's fine. We'll wait for him.
He just nipped off
anyway,
somewhere.
Enjoy the schmodics and enjoy the logos. Enjoy everything.
Can you turn it round? Because it's the wrong way round.
I know. By the magic of boom. There you go, Cole.
How about that?
Hey! And there he is. Hey. Hey, Ryan.
Hello.
How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Just as I go under the desk to plug something in, I could then hear, all I could hear was the crest, and I was like, oh no.
No, you're good. You're good. We were just saying, Colin was just saying before he came on air, does Ryan have that crest behind him? And I said, if Ryan doesn't have that crest behind him, that's like saying Ireland doesn't have Guinness or whiskey. It's impossible. It's impossible. You've got to have it up there. And as we say, Ryan, you've been on the show quite a few times this season. You're almost a regular. We love having you on. And really appreciate, as I say, giving a shout out for your podcast, up the U's as well. So if everyone watch, if you want to get another point from the Colchester side for the game tomorrow, give Ryan a watch. Definitely worth it. You'll enjoy every minute of it.
What night do you go live, Ryan?
So I try and do sort of. It depends how my sort of week works out. I either do a review or a preview.
Right, okay.
What would probably happen for this week is because we play you guys tomorrow night, then we play Bromley Saturday. So there'll probably be a
that's a hell of a
preview.
That's a hell of a week for you, isn't it?
Ouch. Yeah.
Brilliant. Love it. Love it.
So it'll be fine if they get maximum points. He'll be laughing all over it.
I'll tell you what.
Go on.
You think you've got it bad? Barnet, they've got us, Cambridge, and Bromley. Their next 3 games.
Could be a Barnet fan, eh? I was actually saying to someone that I do that I used to do the show with, Mitchell, after we drew 0-0 on Saturday, I said to him, "Watch 6 points from the next 2 games, and it'll be comfortable performances." But it's just Colchester, in it. You struggle against the team like that, and then we go play first and second currently, and probably get 6 points. So. It's lovely. Love it.
It's all good. It's all good. So, I mean, Ryan, look, you've been on a few times, and again, like all things Colchester, probably like MK Dons, it's never a one-way up. It's never a one-way down. It's a roller coaster. So, since the last time we spoke, how have things been? You know, and where do you see things have been going, particularly post-January?
Like you say, up, down, left, right, back, forwards. In, out, shake it all about, do the okie and
turn around.
Turn around,
yeah. It's very annoying because there's been glimpses of we are one of the best attacking teams, we are one of the best defensive teams, and then there's games where you sit there and you go, we're one of the worst defensive teams. You think back, Chesterfield. 3-0 loss away from home. We weren't bad, but we were nowhere near good enough, and Chesterfield were on it.
They're a funny side as well, though, aren't they?
Yeah. So, and obviously, from what happened at the start of the season, and like what happened when I was on with you guys last time, they owed us something from the first game. So,
yeah,
it was you watch a game like that and you sit there and you go, we're miles off it. We are miles off of it. We're still not going to be there. Then 2 games go past and you sit there and go, do you know what? Actually, yeah, we could still do this. And then you have a 0-0 draw against Crawley, where a typical Scott Lindsay performance every time Kyrus Lisby, Jack Payne, Harry Anderson went to be like, right, we're going to hit him on the counter, professional foul, pulled them back every single time. The ref booked them. The subs that they made, I think, were all for the players that were booked. And then they brought on fresh players that obviously didn't have the first point speaking to, the final warning, then the yellow card. So the whole cycle just recycled. But the big thing for us, and probably like a lot of teams, is injuries. Big injuries to key players. I think we've had 4 players with we had, I think, 3 players out at once with ACLs. We've had multiple knee injuries, Micah and Bick.
Yeah, well, he was out this week, wasn't he? Look.
Yeah, I don't think there's any bone or muscle in his knee that he hasn't injured. I think he's done ACL, MCL, and PCL. Didn't even know there was a PCL, but he's done that as well. And so that's him gone for the rest of the season. We've had Harry Anderson out for a long time. We've had Ellis Ndolo, who, in my opinion, one of the best left backs in the league. He's been out. He's hopefully going to be back. Maybe fingers crossed for tomorrow night. But the injuries have been the main thing, and not being able to recruit in the players that we've needed to replace. But
a lot of people we've spoken to this season, Ryan, and indeed us as well. I mean, as you know, we've suffered some terrible bloody injuries. There seems to be a lot of it about, doesn't it? And people are saying to us, "Oh, Warne breaks players," but it's a common thread across the League 2. It seems to me at the moment. By the way, Chesterfield 0, Oldham 2. That's the latest score. So yeah, I mean, Michael and Bick's going to be a big loss for you, isn't it? But I still think you've got a hell of a. I had a look at your team again this morning, and I still think you've got a hell of a midfield.
Yeah, I would say on I don't want to say like on their day, because for me personally, I think because we play like a 4-2-3-1, 4-4-1-1 sort of thing. I think with Bishop, Reed, and Payne as like the little triangle, I don't think there's much better of a like triangle in the league. I think them 3, when they're firing on all cylinders, I think they're the best little triangle in the league. Arthur Reed, credit to him. He's someone that last season when we had Jamie McDonnell, he had to take a back seat. The season before that, he was our standout player. He was our player of the season. Jamie McDonnell came in and he was just an absolute anomaly. It was every single time he played, we were pinching ourselves like, how have we still got this lad? He was an absolute brilliant football player and an absolute legend off the pitch as well. And in this season, he's been given the opportunity, maybe been told, right, Reed, here you go. This is your chance. And he's taken it and he's gone back to the Reed that we knew 2 years ago. Teddy Bishop, he's been able to keep away from the injuries, which is very good for us. There's been a couple of games where he might have gone out injured, but teams are actively pulling him down and actively trying to take him out of the game because they see him as a threat. People are doing the same with Jack Payne. Well, you could probably double up on Bishop and double up on Payne, but then that means you've got Lisby out on the wing. But at the moment, he's in a little bit of cold form. He just needs either an assist or a goal or just a really good game, and then he'll come back. So you sit there and go, right, we'll double up on Bishop, double up on Reed, double on Payne. You ain't got any more players left. And then that allows Harry Anderson, Samson Davide to then get in. But this is then with all of them injury-free, which it is horrible. The injuries we've had at the times we've had them as well has just been a massive killer.
Yeah, we feel for you because, like I say, we've been in the same position. Thankfully, now we're slowly getting them back. I mean, we've potentially got Collar back tomorrow night. We've potentially got Mendes Lang back tomorrow night. And apparently Patterson's back on the grass. It's too early for him. But like a few people have said, it's almost like we've had a March transfer window at MK Dons because players are slowly coming back. So,
absolutely.
And I'm not bragging or being a tosspot or anything like whatever you sort of say. But if we'd have had all of those players available to us, a lot of people expected us to run away with this league. I think we would be top by now. But saying that, we've struggled for a striker in the last sort of few weeks. But as you know, we've come away with, I think we're on 9 points now for the last 3 games. And, we scored 9 in 2 games, and we beat Swindon on. So things are looking. We're buoyant, Ryan, as you can imagine, but we are ever mindful that every team in this division is capable of beating anybody else, and you are another obstacle in the road. And I don't think Warren will take you for granted. I know the team won't. I mean, so it's a big challenge, but obviously we need to win. You'll probably be sitting at it and looking at it, thinking to yourself, you're only 3 points off the playoffs. 2 good results, one on Wednesday and one on Saturday, and you're right back in the mix again, aren't you?
Yeah, you saying as well about the results of your last 3. Whilst I was getting ready for this, I was just scrolling through Twitter and I saw someone's tweet. I've read it and I was like, that can't be true. And then I actually looked into it. You haven't lost in the league since you played us.
Nope.
I know, and isn't that funny how these little stats come back?
The thing you say as well about not having a striker, in the last 13 games that you've gone unbeaten, you've scored 30 goals and conceded 12. Right. You've won 4 of your last 5. So I'm looking forward to Colchester coming to Stadium NK and making
but I know you said it a little bit tongue in cheek, but isn't that how football works?
Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
I mean, I can see it on Sky Sports News now. Hadn't lost since New Year's Day. The team that beat them that day was Colchester, and guess what?
I think the thing out of looking at your last 5, you had Swindon, Gillingham, Harrogate, Cambridge, Walsall. The 4-1 win at home to Harrogate for me is the most impressive because everyone knows Harrogate away from home, 11 men behind the ball, hit on the counter.
Yeah,
you've done them 4-1.
And they went 1-0 up as well, mate.
Which is what they normally do. They go 1-0 up and go, that'll do. Everyone back.
Yeah,
this is the thing, Ryan. They're the form team of bottom half. I think they'll be out of trouble by the end of the season. And they're
as you've been saying, they're
winning tonight.
Up, so
yeah.
They're not. They're nobody's fools. That's for sure. There's absolutely for sure. So Cole, obviously, being St Patrick's Day, I've got to say a few puns. But you think if we'd had a few strikers in, we wouldn't have been a problem. So we would have been doubling our points tally. Is that what you're trying to say? And Ryan's banter is so good.
Have you been thinking about that all?
Absolutely, yeah. And Ryan's banter is so good. Irish, he was a Dons fan. Irish, he was a Dons fan.
Yeah, I got.
There we go. Anyway, puns out the way.
There's a question for Ryan on the
That's what I was going to say. There's a question here, Ryan, because it has moved a few times. I can relate to this. That's why I left it up. So what Ash was saying about the stands and there was, have you sat in the same stand since the actual stadium opened in 2008? Because we, as away fans, have sat in 3 different stadiums, as 3 different stands even, as away fans. So have you always been in the same one, or has it been moving around? What's been the logic for that as well? Do you know?
So when the stadium first opened, the South Stand, which is the first stand that you come to, that used to be the away end, which was okay. I think it was Leeds or Millwall came down, and I think the Millwall or Leeds fans just sort of congregated around 2 separate areas because they knew, well, the noisy Colchester lot, they're in the north end, that were at the other end where like the A12 backs onto, they've got to come this way. So I think it was at that point they were like, yeah, we need to swap this round. It's not going to work. When the stadium first opened, I was in E2, which was the family enclosure, because I used to go with my dad. Then when it swapped round, we moved to the South Stand, and we was in S2. And then for the past I think 5, maybe 6 years, I've been over on S4. So predominantly been in the South Stand, but I think for the first year or the first couple of years, I was in E2. But yeah, it's been most of the time the away fans are in the North Stand. There was sometimes last year where they put them over in like E1, E2 area, just because of how I think how the stadium was laid out, or like how many fans would come in and stuff like that. But then normally when we'd play, say, when it was the season when we were playing like Wrexham, Notts County, teams like that, they had the North Stand and the bit on the side. But yeah, predominantly now it's West, South, and pretty much half of the East Stand is home end, and then the North Stand's the away end.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, thank you for that, Ron.
Another question for you.
Yeah, he said, who do you think, and this one's from Danny, is your he's too good to be here player that you think will be on to bigger and better things in the summer?
Straight away, you've got to say Kyrus Lisby. In January, was planning on moving, I think on deadline day, to Reading for what apparently was then going to be a 7-figure sum. It then came out after the fact that the move fell through. It then came out to say that the new owners were the ones that turned it down. What was really nice about these new owners that came in, that was the Alexandra Pato and his mate Zhao. If you message Zhao on Instagram, he would actually message you back and forth, which is what I was doing.
Oh, nice.
And he basically came out and said that that's a lie. That's not what the case was. Whether he's just going to say that or not, I don't really know. From what I understand, we was happy for him to go as long as we can get a replacement in. And I believe it was a case that we get the replacement in first, then he can go, not the other way around. But I think in the summer, yeah, Kyrus Lisby will be off to potentially high-end League One, maybe to a Championship team, and then get loaned into League One. He could go and join his brother at Peterborough, but Kyrell is performing brilliantly at Peterborough. I reckon he's going to be on the move up. So it could be Peterborough sell Kyrell on, Peterborough then sign Kyrese, and just goes through. I suppose the kit man will just recycle the shirt, so it'll be a bit easy for him. Maybe their kit man's hoping that happens.
Right, so wind you back then. Obviously, we knocked you out of the FA Cup. You beat. Oh, don't feel bad about it. You beat us 1-0. Imagine how sick we felt to concede a penalty in the 94th minute. What do you remember about that day?
I remember
jumping up and down and going mad.
I remember it being a fairly sort of. I think I remember it being a fairly entertaining game, and then, yeah, just penalty in the last. I mean, if you're going to win a game, penalty in the last minute, or a 30-yard screamer, they're the ways. Or to be honest, depending on how your games are going, just a goal to win the game. But I think the way to win it, I think obviously Jack Payne likes scoring penalties against you guys, so hopefully we get one tomorrow night. Because I think, if I'm right in thinking, the last time we played you at your place, it was a Jack Payne penalty towards the end.
Mm.
You just like upsetting us, don't you? I
think it was.
You mentioned the FA Cup, so
credit where credit's due. Credit where credit's due, Ryan.
But no, like I say, I think for to win the game, 90th minute penalty, in front of the South Stand as well, and then the celebrations after, where Payne ran into the crowd and all the sort of posts you see on social media of him with the fans and stuff like that. Yeah, I think it was the best way to win it, barring a 30-yard screamer from your right back that hasn't scored in 7 years.
Yeah. Well, I was gutted, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I think we all were. But hey, look, it happens. We've been on the other end of it as well. So
we've happened. It's happened. Yeah.
But yeah, another question for you, Ryan, is from Matt, and he says, are you feeling confident about tomorrow, considering obviously you were the last team to beat us in over 90 minutes? So what are your feelings on the game tomorrow? You know, how do you see yourself setting up, and how do you see it playing out ultimately?
Remembering we're a slightly different team to when you played us last.
Yeah, I think that is the main thing. I think your last 5 games you haven't lost. You're 13 unbeaten. Like I say, like you say as well, your last loss was against us. We're a different team to what we were back then as well. Away from home, we normally do play, barring the Chester result a few weeks, play pretty well away from home. I think the draw at Cambridge, I think that was a real
that's a good result.
turn. Yeah, it was.
Good result.
I think at half time, it was one of them where it's like either team could potentially go on and win this. I think we went in at 1-1, and then we came out second half swinging, and it was like we're going to get a goal here. And I think Cambridge were a bit taken back by it because they were thinking this is going to be like just keep doing what we're doing and we'll get the win. But actually, we made it a bit difficult for them. Colchester away from home this season, it's pretty much a case of just flatline. We've played 18, we've won 6, we've drawn 6, we've lost 6,
and lost 6.
22, we've conceded 22. So it's for us, it's just we're just away from home.
Forgive me for saying something. You bang average.
Yeah,
but away from home, that ain't really bad, is it? It's not bad.
No, exactly. So saying that, I think the way we've been playing away from home and the way you've been playing, I was sitting there thinking, because I knew it was going to be, what do you reckon the prediction is going to be? I think it's going to be a high scoring draw. I genuinely think that tomorrow could be a really, really good advert, like I think what we said last time, for League Two football, of a team that are up there playing against a team that are mid-table, and the team that are up there, I genuinely think they're going to struggle, because I think it's going to be a Jack Turner masterclass, and I'd love it for a Jake Turner. Hang on. Let me just.
It's been a long day, don't worry, mate.
Have you signed on?
Tucker masterclass.
Oh, okay. Well, we've got our own Jack Tucker at the back now. We've got the Admiral Nelson, Curtis Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
We call him the Admiral. So I'm looking forward to that sort of matchup, but certainly at set pieces where Tucker's obviously going to go forward. Nelson will do the same up the other end. You've also got Tommy Flanagan, haven't you?
We do indeed. He's
probably never had the best time at MK Dons.
Yeah, and last season it was weird because he was quite a sort of good player for about 3 or 4 games, and then would have a really bad game. I have to say, against Crawley, brilliant performance, man of the match performance, really solid, really strong.
And he hasn't been back all that long, has he?
No, 2 weeks, I think, or to like 2 games. Another one that went out, I think he was 50-50 whether he was going to play this season or not. And then he picked up an injury, I think again, an ACL, MCL type injury towards the start of the season. And most fans were thinking that's it, that's him done. Whilst he was off injured, he was helping Danny, Nicky with the coaching. And from chats with Danny that I have before the game, he mentions that Tom Flanagan off the pitch is a fantastic leader. And you could see it when he was then on the bench. You knew he was never going to come on because he wasn't match fit. But you could see Danny, like at the moment, Danny goes in the dugout, Nicky goes up high, and you could sound and talk to Flanagan. And Danny and Flanagan will be going backwards and forwards, talking to each other. And then Danny will turn around and then start dishing out the orders. But yeah, last game against Crawley, absolutely fantastic, brilliant player, really showed the leadership that he's got and showed the sort of quality that he's got. I do think a quick striker will make him look like a pub football player, but I think that he'll have the nous to know just to sort of maybe cut the yards back. If he can carry on with how he played against Crawley tomorrow night, I think he'll be brilliant and could potentially be a bit of a thorn in the side of MK fans looking at the pair of them going, well, why didn't we get that?
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing that I certainly recall, and probably Aidan will think the same, is that with Tucker and Flanagan, good players on their day, but we always knew there was a mistake in them, and invariably, every time they made a mistake, we paid heavily for it, which didn't enamour him with the fans, and particularly in Flanagan's case, the crowd got on his back, and basically that was the end of him at MK. Did you agree, Aidan?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I do feel for Jack Payne, and I'll be honest with you personally, I just bewildered when he got a lot of grief and abuse from our fans. You know, again, he's been a servant to the club.
Never have let him out of our grip.
Well, you know, again, like I say, you know, the fact that they've played for the club, and you know whether he didn't like them or not, the fact is that they weren't, you know, controversial. And I just think it's poor when you give a player like that grief. All you're going to do is make them rise to the challenge.
Really?
You know, and we've seen
like Scott Hogan, you mean?
Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? But time and time again, we've seen it with Pym against Bromley. We gave him grief, and you know, look what happened. You know, the same with Tucker, the same with Payne. We give him grief, look what happens. It just, to me, bewilders me. I'm grateful for their service. I felt Jack Tucker, we never really saw the best of him. We saw flashes of it. Consistency was the issue for him. And also, I think if you remember under Lindsay, he came in and started to do all right. It was probably one of the best.
I thought
just got dropped.
When Tucker came back, I thought he was brilliant.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just a weird one. I know people will disagree with me probably, but I actually quite liked Jack Tucker as a lad as well, to speak to. A lot of time for the guy. Generally nice chap, but I just thought there was more to come, and we never really got to see it. It was such a shame. And I think when I've seen
a bit like Tom Flanagan, he was a confidence animal, wasn't he? If it was going well, you know, you could, if he got in a few good touches here and there early on, you knew he'd had a bad game. If he made a complete arse or something at the back, you knew it was going to be a long afternoon, you know. But that was the feeling I got with the pair of them.
No, I agree. But I mean, particularly with Tucker, I just, you know, again, I just bewildered when play. I mean, again, if a player's left, it's controversial. I get it. They didn't need controversy. They were a servant to the club. They did the best. You know, we're under a different management, a different owner, different times. But I'm always grateful to ex-players for their service to the club. As simple as that. Unless they've got a bad attitude and they don't want to be here, then that's a different issue, or they leave in controversial circumstances, Russell Martin. So, you know, I mean, it's one of those. It bewilders me.
We don't bear a grudge here, Ryan. We don't bear a grudge.
No, I like Russell Martin as a person. I do, and I've chatted to him since, but the way he left the club, and I said to him, it was just ridiculous the way he left. And even he knows that privately. He wouldn't probably say it publicly, but he knows that and he agrees. But I mean, going back to Jack Tucker and obviously Jack Payne, what we've talked about. But I mean, how have you seen? And certainly from what I see, and I don't see every day, Ryan, but I kind of feel the player that we wanted to see is what you've got, if that makes sense. There's a lot more consistency there. There's a lot more bravery there. But I'd love to get your take in terms of the impact he's had for you guys since he's come from MK.
So when we got him on loan last season, he came in and he filled a gap. And that's probably the only way I could explain Tucker last season was he was a gap filler. Then towards the end, Jamie McDonald picked up an injury and he was playing defensive midfield, which for the type of player that, like the type of centre-back he is, where he likes to get the ball, bring it out, ball playing centre-back, sort of worked. Then as he went back to you guys and then came out that we signed him permanently. And I started the season out there and was like, he was a good player to slot into the positions that we needed him at the end of last season. So makes sense. Good signing. He has probably gone on to be one of the best centre-backs we have had in the last 5 years.
Right.
Incredible. I think there's been one game. I'm trying to remember what game it was, but it doesn't spring to the top of my head because it wasn't a bad performance. But there was one game where I sat there and went, that weren't the Tucker that we normally see week in, week out. He has been 8.5, 9 out of 10 consistently, week in, week out. The game that I'm trying to think of, it was probably like a 7, which I look at and go, that was a bad performance from Tucker. He has been incredible. He's on set pieces. He's someone to aim for. He's good with his head. He'll go to the back post, flick it back in. He'll be the one to attack it from the set piece. And I started the season, I did not expect this Jack Tucker that we've got. And he's been captain as well, a real leader on the pitch. He's had young Harvey Araujo next to him, who's his first sort of loan spell in EFL football. And the pair of them have an absolute back for us. And if I knew that this, I'll be honest, going back to that question earlier on, like a pinch me sort of player who'd be onto a bigger move, I could even see Tucker doing it. I could, maybe you guys possibly bring him back. So look, and I will look at what Tucker's done. We want him back, or maybe Bromley or someone like that. I could potentially see him in the summer moving up to League One, and I think he'll slot in there perfectly. But yeah, he's been incredible for us.
I mean, I don't want to be disrespectful to what you've just said, but I think he'd struggle to get in our back four at the moment. And that's not, I'm not questioning his ability or anything like that, but I mean, we've had this conversation, Aidan, myself, and we've had it on this show before, and the four of the lads we've got in there at the moment, you're looking at it and think, well, who do you drop?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, exactly. Who do you push out? I mean, we generally play a back three, and we've got four really decent. You know, we've got Nelson, we've got Offord, we've got Ekpiteta, we've got Sanders. So you look at it and you think, you know, and just recently we've been sacrificing people like Danny Crowley and pushing Offord up into into a defensive midfielder position. So I'm not knocking Jack Tucker at all. Like I said, I really liked him when he was with us. And like Aidan, I felt he was really coming into some form. And then bang off, he went to Colchester. It just didn't sort of make sense to me. But we all move on. And anyway, I've asked you this question before. You probably know where I'm going to go with this. When I was my initial scouting of Colchester before we played in the FA Cup game, I talked to you about a lad that you got up front. I'd seen him in a game, and I thought, bloody hell, he's like a wild animal, you know. I don't know if you ever remember a player that played for us called Daniel Powell, but he didn't know what he was going to do. The defenders didn't know what he'd do. Well, he's a bit like that, but he's about God knows how much bigger and stronger. So Samson Tavide, who's obviously, because Mbiek is out for the season, I'm pretty much guessing he's having to lead the line, yeah?
Yeah, and I don't think what I'm going to say is going to shock many Colchester fans. He's not a go and lead the line striker.
He's not the finished article yet, is he?
No, and that's, I think, what Colchester fans are starting to get a little bit annoyed at. I think he's in season 2, season 3 now of being the number 9, and his goals aren't quite there. And I genuinely think he's not the player to play as the one up front. You put him up front with someone, i.e. last season when he had Lyle Taylor alongside him, brilliant. Let's Taylor do all of the sort of groundwork and just focus him on being on the shoulder of the last player and running on goal. I personally think that the best this season that we've got out to Davide is playing him on the left wing and playing him out on the left side. He's a naturally left-footed player. He's got the strength and the pace to be able to get past a fullback, and he's got a very good cross into the box. I'll be honest, what I would like to see in the game on Wednesday, I would actually like to see maybe Harry Anderson played up front. He is someone that when he plays out wide, when a cross is put in, he's always, if Tavide's here.
Anderson's like an attacking midfielder on the left, isn't he?
Yeah. He's a right-footed, like left winger.
Oh, right, okay.
And there's been a lot of games where I've sat there and gone, like the game I always remember is Bradford last season. Is I sat there and I was like, Anderson, if you want to be a striker, but you're going to be 3rd or 4th pick as the striker. And this season, if you look at what Tavide's done on the pitch, you would see his results as potentially as a winger. If you look at Harry Anderson's results, the goals he scored and the assists, you'd look at him like he's probably a striker. But it's also the other way around. So I would actually like to see Anderson playing up front, and then push Samson out wide, because that's where this season we've seen the best of Samson Tavide is when he goes out on the left.
Is that the sort of thing Cowley would experiment with on Wednesday? Has he tried it before?
He's not tried it before, no. Harry Anderson's a player that he knows very well. He knows Anderson will start on the left and then just come in. He knows that that's what he does. He knows Tavide will start in the middle and go wide. So the players will naturally just do that anyway. You'll probably sit there and go, oh, he has swapped it. Tavide's playing at the left, and 2 minutes later, oh no, they've swapped back. It was just that.
Right. Yeah, just the way the ball was going and all that, yeah.
That they were sort of, yeah, it'll be that sort of time that you'll then notice, oh no, they've swapped back now. Tavide's back on the left and Anderson's back on the left, Tavide's back up top. But if he is going to do any changes, I don't reckon it'll be in this game or the next game. It might be the game after. But yeah, I would like to potentially see Anderson occupying that middle role.
Right. Okay, so we really ought to talk about tomorrow night. First of all, are you going?
50-50. I will admit. I am off tomorrow. I am off work tomorrow.
Right.
So it is a possibility that I might, around midday, go, do you know what? Yeah, I'm going to head up to it.
It's going to be one of them games. If you don't go, you're going to regret it. And if you go, you might think, what the bloody hell did I do that for?
Sitting there, the 95th
We've all done that. We've all done that. By the way, Man City have equalised against Real Madrid. Erling Haaland, City down to 10 men, I believe. Anyway, so go on and work tomorrow night. What do you think? How's it going to go?
I genuinely it's going to be a brilliant game of football. I think both teams are going to go for it. They're obviously going to see the results that happen tonight. I don't know how the league's looking at the moment for us. Let's have a quick butchers.
13th at the moment.
Yeah, so we're sitting in 13th. A win takes us up to 56, which then takes us 3 points off Chesterfield because they're currently losing. I think, do you know what? I think 3-3.
3-3.
No, for a 3-3.
Right, before me and Aidan give our predictions, anybody at home fancy predicting Wednesday night's result? Well, don't bother about Barnet yet. We'll deal with that in a little while. But, yeah, be interested to see what your predictions are. 3-1 Dons, Ellen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Aidan, what do you reckon?
Well, I think it's going to be a bit of a sham rock and roll in midfield. To be honest, in all seriousness, I think both midfields are really, really strong. And I think that's the key to this whole game. It will be won and lost in midfield.
100%.
Yeah, it'll be won and lost in the midfield. Who gets control of midfield is who gets control of the game. It's a weird thing to say because we lost against Colchester. I really like Colchester, by the way, as an outsider watching in. And I'm really excited by this game because I think it's going to be a proper good game of football with two very good footballing sides. You know, the Cowleys know their game. They play a good style of football, I think, anyway. I think what they've done at Colchester, is really good. And let's not belie the fact that 13 and you're 6 points away from the playoffs. There's 9 games left to play. Everything's to play for, win, lose, or draw tomorrow, Ryan, to be honest. I still think you're in with a shout. But I think I generally am wondering how we set up our midfield. Does Warney change our formation in response to what happened last time? Is a question. Yes, confidence is high, but there will still be that lingering point of we'll want to get the skeleton out of the closet of we've got beaten by Colchester. Let's go and beat them. I think we've got enough quality to win the game. It's just, again, for me, it's almost flipping a coin on this one. I don't see it being a big scoreline. I think it's going to be a 2-1, and I think we'll probably just about scrape it because we're at home advantage, but it won't be an easy game. And I can see Jack Payne scoring yet again.
Okay, right, okay. I'm going to... Yeah. I'm going to... sorry, I was just reading that. Hopefully 2-0. Thanks, G-Van. 2-1 Russell. Cheers, Russ.
I don't like these comments.
Well, what did you expect? Just to say we're going to get beat 3-0?
I mean, things 3-1 while to score.
I don't know, because like Ryan pointed out a little while ago, come on, Come on, Ryan, suck it up.
Sorry.
I think, as Ryan pointed out, that Colchester are a different side, yet so are we. I have a feeling tomorrow night that Mendes Lang could be on the bench. I have a feeling Collar could be back as well. I think we're getting the as they say, the band back together just at the right time. I don't think it'll be that, Danny. Honestly, Ryan, you might have looked at that 4-0 and thought that's bad, but Danny's predictions have been awful. Yeah, I can't remember the last time he got one right. Anyway, but I don't know. I just think we're a better team than we were when we played you last time. We've got Wales in midfield, who apparently I read somewhere is the most expensive player in the EFL too the other day, but I don't know whether I believe that. 1.6 or 1.8 million. I don't think we paid that much for him, but anyway, yeah, and we've got Nelson at the back, and Ryan, you probably never watched the last few minutes of the Swindon game, but we brought Nelson on, who'd been out with an injury, and he came on and he completely nullified anything that Swindon had got going forward, and that included Drinan up front for them, made him look ordinary, and I think we're a hard team to beat, but we still concede goals. But I've got a feeling, and I've been saying this for about 4 or 5 weeks now, that we always seem to find that little bit extra when we need it. And I think that was borne out by the game at Swindon, where we went 1-0 up, it went back to 1-1, and I think a few of us thought, oh, bloody hell, Swindon have got the tails up here. But we completely reversed the game on them. And,
sorry, Dan, his comment, 4-0 bet your house.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Honestly, that makes it. If it had said Colchester will win, I'd have felt a lot better. So I'm going to go with Aiden. I'm going to say 2-1, and I reckon Jack Payne will score as well. So it's going to. Like we've said, I think the key to this game is very much. I said you've got probably one of the strongest midfields in League Two. I don't think we're far behind you. If we are at all, we might be level or somewhere that neck of the woods. But I think it's going to be an interesting game in midfield, and I'm going to be interested to see who Warren picks for us, because obviously, we've been pushing Offord up, but we've also got Crowley, Kelly, Wiles, Gilby. 2-1. That's me.
Yeah, I'm just having a look at the predicted lineup. I think it's basically your last lineup with Crowley, Kelly, Gilby in the sort of midfield three against Payne, Bishop, and Reed. I think that's like you say. I think that's where it's potentially going to be won and lost. Is
yeah. I mean, if our players go missing, I think you could give us an uncomfortable evening.
Yeah, that's literally a two-way street. If Payne, Reed, or Bishop, if one of them is having an off game, or if Gilby and Payne are best mates, so they're probably going to want to potentially be as far away.
Well, they never played in the last game, did they?
No, you dropped Gilby.
Well, you dropped Payne
a little bit scared, didn't he? Bless him. But yeah, it'll be. I think them two will be interesting to see how they perform on the pitch. Whether they sort of before the ball's kicked, they shake hands and go right.
That's
what happens in the next 90 minutes? Forget about. But I think you could have Reed versus Kelly, Bishop versus Crowley, Payne versus Gilby, and you'd be sitting there watching them three. I think if them three just closely mark each other, that's then when it's down to the rest of the attacking players. For us, the Lisby, Anderson, Tavide, maybe Hunt, Ian Dolo, Vincent Young from the fullback position. So I think it on paper it's got the making to be a really, really entertaining game.
Yeah, so it's probably going to be 0-0 there, yeah?
So, Cole, who do you think's going to score for the 2-1?
Gilby and Collins.
Okay.
Yeah, just to put it out for my 3-3, I think it's going to be Payne, Tucker, and Flanagan.
Well, that'll be Flanagan's first ever goal as MK.
It's got to happen at some point, right?
Yeah, well, there's so many interesting battles.
There is
so many interesting battles. Like I said, if Tucker and Flanagan come up for a corner, and we've got Nelson and Sanders, and it goes down the other end, it's going to be a hell of an interesting evening.
It is interesting one from
There's
Ryan.
going to be a few nails bitten away.
Yeah, so another one for your namesake. Ryan, sorry,
I can see it now. Jack Payne, 90th minute, goes over to take a corner, crosses it in. Tom Flanagan at the back post, bang! I can see it. And if that
happened at sea,
I'm going to do it. Good.
Do it.
You got to stop smoking them drugs, I'll tell you.
But we got a question, Ryan, for you from your namesake as well. He said, "How was Alex Gilby for you when he played for you?" So, what's your memories of Gilbs?
Oh, he's not.
Enough said.
No, Alex Gilby was incredible. He was an absolute. I don't want to say baller, but he was playing, I think, at the same time when we had George Moncur, and the pair of them just worked so well together. He was a coach to boy. I believe he played for like Stanway Villa or Stanway Athletics. I think I've played against him in my Sunday League days when I was a kid. Brilliant footballer. And one that I think like the man there, someone that we hope would potentially come back one day. Whether he will or not, I don't know. But
I think he will, right?
He was a brilliant player. And from what I understand as well, off the pitch, lovely guy. So yeah, if I could see a team again with Alex Gilby and Sammy Smodics in it, I'd be happy.
Yeah,
I can see it. I mean, I can see Gilby retiring at Colchester at some point. You know, his two favourite clubs. He always talks about Colchester from his childhood, and obviously Arsenal is the one that he's always wanted to play against or play for. So I can see it. You know, again, if he gets to a point where, and again, stranger things have happened. He's a really important player for us. We get promoted, we spend big. Who knows? He could end up coming back to League Two. You know.
So two more questions for you, Ryan, and we've got to move on because we've got a busy schedule tonight. First of all, where do you think you're going to finish in the league, and who do you think the top three is going to be?
In the
come
league,
back to you if you like.
I think we might just scrape the last playoff spot on the last day of the season. I think our last game's away to Cheltenham.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be a massive game for us. I think of the top three, essentially as it is, I can.
Yeah.
And just bringing the table back up, I could possibly see maybe Salford or Notts County coming in to Walsall potentially doing what they done last year and just falling off towards the end. But I think between yourselves, Bromley, I think that's 1 and 2 done and dusted. And then, do you know what? I'll go MK, Bromley, Notts County as top 3.
Okay. And you reckon you're going to sneak into the last place?
I reckon it will come down to the last game of the season away at Cheltenham.
Yeah, we've been saying there's going to be a lot of at last game of the season. There's going to be a lot to resolve, I think.
Yeah, I genuinely think that on the last game of the season, there's potentially going to be 6 teams that are fighting for the automatics and about 10 teams fighting for the playoffs. And I think it'll be like it's happened in the past where one team have finished their game, but there's extra time at another game, and then they go and score, and it's just constantly. But it will go down to the last game of the season for, I think, every position from 2nd to 7th, and there'll be probably about 14 teams that can get in them positions. But
yeah, we've been saying it's going to go down to the last game of the season. Yeah, Barnet are winning 1-0. Thanks for that. Away to Crawley. Personally, I hope Crawley gets something out of that. We don't, I bet you do as well, don't you?
Yeah.
It's one of your teams that you don't want to be seen to be doing well. Ryan, it's been absolutely brilliant to speak to you again. You never know. We could be calling for you again at the end of the season. You never know.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever had anybody on 4 times in a season.
That's what coach to do. We do things the hard way, don't we?
Wow.
No, at all. But I tell you what, Ryan, if you can get into that last playoff place on the last day of the season, the form will be with you and you'll be on a run, mate. Always is that team at the bottom who just sneak in on a bit of a run that seem to be the one that go on to do it. So, no, honestly, look, I wish you genuinely the best of luck. You're a great guy. I've got a lot of time for Colchester. I hope you do well. And I hope, if we do go up, you're coming with us. So, look forward to hopefully seeing an interesting run into the end of the season, that's for sure.
And as you mentioned, Cheltenham, they've just gone 1-0 up against Crewe.
Yeah, read the script, boys. Read the script.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Ryan, thanks very much, mate. If you do make the trip up tomorrow night, have a great time. We'll be hanging around the Cas Bar, which is about gate 7. Gate 7.
Yeah.
So if you're a bit early, come down and have a chat, mate. We'd love to see you.
Awesome. No worries.
All right, you take care, Ryan. Thanks very much.
Thanks,
mate.
Ryan. Take care.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers, mate.
Always a pleasure and generally a lovely guy.
Walsall 0, Cambridge 0. Latest score.
Right, Ollie says, Ryan, your final prediction, bang on the money this season, is pure carnage. Yeah. I can see it though, Ollie. I can see it, mate. You know what it's like? This league is mental, right? And I have to say, this league this season is probably the most open I've seen it in goodness knows how long.
Yeah. Yeah, when you look at it, you think, bloody hell. You know, I mean, if you look at League One as well,
yeah,
you know, it's just incredible how tight it is in the middle of these tables. You know, a couple of wins here or there, and like we were saying to Ryan, you win the next 2 games. All right, they're hard games against us and Bromley, but bloody hell, you're right back in it again. You know, there's still a long way to go yet. Still a long way to go.
Long way to go. Lots of twists and turns to happen.
59 minutes into Walsall, Cambridge, and so far, no shots on target.
Crikey,
come on, Walsall.
Wow. We shall see. We shall see Cheltenham 1 up, which you've already mentioned. Thank you for that, Ollie.
All right.
It's going to be. I mean, I think it could be one of the highest title-winning seasons for points or for promotion spaces.
Yeah. I mean, basically, I looked at the tables from years gone by, and I reckon somebody went up automatically with 73 points one year.
They did, I think. Yeah, you're right.
I think it was someone like Doncaster or somebody like that. It was ridiculous, and then it's been as high as low 80s. So.
The one that always stuck with me. One that always stuck with me for League Two, I think it was this 2012 season. It must have been or thereabouts. Portsmouth, Doncaster, Plymouth, all in the top 3. Plymouth had been first, Doncaster was second, Portsmouth third. Portsmouth ended up winning the league in the last few minutes of the season, and they'd only been top for 2 minutes, and they won the league. And Plymouth dropped down to third or something. It was madness. But that's the beauty of League Two. It will drive you crazy. Anyone can beat anyone on the day. There'll be twists and turns. There'll be shock results and everything in between.
Well, if we do go up, we probably won't be playing Northampton. They're losing 2-1 away to Stockport.
My heart bleeds.
So do you want to play Chris and Ryan?
I will do. So Ryan just said, thanks again for having me on. Always enjoyed chatting with you lads. Up the Dons and up the U's. Fantastic, Ryan.
Yeah, cheers, Ryan.
Appreciate it. And again, anyone watching, do make sure you follow Ryan's podcast as well, Up the U's. Great interaction and definitely worth the time. Mind the gap, honestly. Bromley are crap. You heard it first from Ryan.
Right.
Javine's correcting me. Well done, Javine. Yeah, it was 16-17. There we go. League Two.
Javine's a bit of a stat monkey,
he is
isn't he?
He's a
He's a real stat.
Sky Sports, if you're watching, give him a shout.
Oh dear, AFC Knit 2, Orient 3.
Well done, Orient.
Who went up?
But don't worry, AFC, it doesn't matter the result. They've already won. That's what they keep telling me anyway. Well, there we go. Ollie said, personally, right now, us Bromley are the top two. Cambridge, I think, will have a battle to hold on to third promotion spot. Full playoff space. Place your bets now. Who gets in? I don't know. I mean, I looking at the form table, because that's usually how I go on it. I think we're one of the. I think we're the form team in the top.
We are.
I mean, Salford one loss, probably not far behind us in terms of form. Bromley 3 draws 2 wins. Same for Cambridge. Notts County just blow hot and cold every week. Win loss. Swindon are in a bit of a mess. So yeah, I mean potentially Salford, but I don't know. I mean, Ollie. It's such a hard one to call, mate. I think we'll be fine. I actually think Bromley will stay in the top 3. I generally think Bromley will stay in the top 3. Maybe that's just me, but I think they've got enough in the locker to scrape through. And I actually hope they do, given the season they've had. Everyone wrote them off to be relegation. If they go up, it'll be incredible for them. So fair play.
And I remember back to when we played them and everybody was going, oh, the hell we got beat by Bromley. Well, I think everybody knows now. So
yeah, exactly right. Nobody's fault, not to be written off.
No.
Newport are a good team.
Although I've noticed, Michael, I did say this a few weeks ago, that, you know, teams like Bromley hadn't really experienced an injury crisis.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, Michael Cheek's been out a couple of games now, and well, fingers crossed. Come on, Newport, and you know, it just shows you, you know, we've suffered the same sort of things with injuries, but somebody's come in and stepped up to the plate, haven't they? Like Epburn, and Collins, and Wiles, and Gilby, and Crowley, and Kelly, and people like that. You know, and Big Marv, you know. Well, where would we be without his goals?
Well, I think, again, I said to you before, plaudits to Marv.
No, I don't think it was that long ago, Danny. I remember it, though.
It was a while ago, but yeah, I don't think it was that far back. Yeah. G-Van might better tell us.
Was it Scunthorpe?
It could have been Scunthorpe.
Scunthorpe had to win by 7 clear goals, and they did. Yeah. And Northampton never went up because of it, did they? Something like that. I can't remember. If anybody knows, come on and tell us. That'd be brilliant.
Let us know, yeah. The interesting one, look at the form at the bottom of the table. I mean, Tranmere are in such dire straits. I think the saving graces at Crawley and Barrow are just as bad. Yeah. But I think Harrogate will be out of it. But no, you look at that top, going back to Ollie's question.
Well, if you remember a few weeks ago, we were saying we felt Harrogate were going to be the team to pull themselves out of it. We both said that. Yeah.
I'll give you my dark horse tip this season, looking at their form. Oldham.
Yeah. And
4 wins and a draw.
We've still got to go there.
4 wins and a draw. They could be kingmakers, Cole, in terms of the running they've got. And,
well, there's a few teams,
interesting.
that have got some interesting games coming up.
Yeah,
and they could have a big effect on it. There's a couple going on tonight, I believe. So be interested. Anyway,
we'll see.
Should we play team talk, and then we'll go back and we'll have a little chat about what happened at Swindon
and a little preview for our Barnet game, even.
Yeah. Okay. So roll VT then.
Roll in the VT.
Roll.
Hello everyone, welcome back to this week's episode of Team Talk with Chris and not with Ryan. Unfortunately, Ryan is ill this week. This week's episode will be looking towards the Colchester and Barnet game this week and then reviewing the Swindon game. So obviously we'll be going through injuries, team news, score predictions and everything MK'd on. So let's get cracking on. So if we start with the team that faced Swindon on Saturday, so it was the same team that played Gillingham on Tuesday, so Craven Delivery in goal, at back 3 of Luke Offer, Jack Sanders and Marvin Ekpateta, wing backs of Jones and Mellish, midfield 3 of Liam Kelly, Alex Gilby and Dan Crowley, and then Ben Wiles playing as a shadow striker, sort of off Scott Hogan. So the Dons won the game 2-1 thanks to this lovely goal from Alex Gilbey after missing what I describe only as an absolutely horrendous miss just before this, putting the goal over the crossbar. And then this lovely little bit of corner play, headed clearance from Swindon, ball to Gilbey. Gilbey out wide to Wiles. Wiles then knocks it back into Scott Hogan. Scott Hogan knocks it back to Marv. And Marv gets his second goal of the week and his fourth in a show of MK Dons as they went on to win the game 2-1. As we can see, obviously that win puts MK Dons second, 3 points clear of Cambridge, and comfortably 7 points clear of Notts County, 8 clear of Swindon. And then obviously the away table, MK Dons now sit top of the away form in League 2. Absolutely brilliant result, puts us firm into the automatic promotions now at just 2 points behind Bromley. Man of the match goes to Marv Potato, was absolutely outstanding during that game. Obviously got his goal, made plenty of defensive clearances. I think first half Dons started off probably the better team, fell into the game a little bit, then got the first goal, saw it into half time. Second half started off very slow as we always do, obviously conceding that goal in 56 minutes to Ollie Clark, and then pursued on, brought on Scott Oaker, made a couple of changes, went on to win the game 2-1. Overall, can't complain, very good 3 points. So straight into injury news. So as we know, both unavailable. Kane Wilson and Jamie Tete both out until the end of the season with their respective hamstring and knee injuries. And then onto some positive news. We should expect to see Will Collar and Nathaniel Mendes-Lang back into the side this week. As Paul Warnes obviously said, Collar is further along than Mendes-Lang is, and they should both be back in the team. And then that leaves us with just Callum Patterson, who should be back hopefully by the end of the month. I'm praying before Bromley home, but he shouldn't be out for too much longer.
So my goal score prediction against Colchester, I think we're going to win 2-0. My goal scorers will be Gilbey and Ekpateta.
My predicted score for MK Dons versus Colchester will be a 2-0 win to MK Dons. I'm going to go with Aaron Collins and Hepburn Murphy, both to bag goals for the Dons.
So my goal score prediction against Barnet, I think it's going to be a simple 1-0 win to the Dons, with Russian Hepburn Murphy as our goal scorer.
For Barnet, I'm going to go with a 3-1 win to MK Dons, with Aaron Collins to bag one, Ekpateta to bag one, and Mendes to bag one off the bench. So obviously final thoughts just to wrap off the video this week. So obviously brilliant win, Swindon, lovely little 2-1 away win, 3 points away from home, always good. Moving on to Colchester and Barnet. I should hopefully have Mendes and Collar back in the team, probably for Barnet, less likely for Colchester. 2 games, 2 teams who've not beaten the league this season. Obviously we drew 2-2 to Barnet early on this season and lost 1-0 to Colchester New Year's Day thanks to a last minute penalty from Jack Payne. So 2 predicted wins, should be 6 points, get us up to 77. Hopefully Bromley or Cambridge drop a couple of points here and there over the course of this double game week, and then we could potentially be top of the league heading on to the end of this week. And then moving into next week's game, Salford, 1.3k allocation, tickets obviously on sale now. Be a massive game that be here. Come on, you Dons.
Shall have to get Callum on that as well.
Cracking, it? Always good stuff. Thank you, Chris, and thank you, Callum. And again, Ryan, feel better soon.
Yeah, well, so 3 scores into while that was playing. Notts, Accrington 0, Notts County 3. Connor Grant, former Don, scoring there. Aaron Drinnan doing something he couldn't do against us. He scored a goal. Gillingham 0, Swindon 1, and Salford are now beating Barrow 2-0. Fabio Barini scoring for Salford.
Fantastic. And also, can I just say a special shout out to former Dons player who has secured himself a club in George Williams.
Has he? Where is he?
George Williams is signed for Hednesford Town.
Hednesford Town.
Yeah, in the Northern Premier League, and they're currently second. Good. So joining at just the right time. They are equal on points with Hebburn, who are top. So if they do get promoted this season, they're in the playoffs. But if they go up automatically in the playoffs, they would be in the Northern, what do you call it? Northern Premier League. So the one under the conference. So fair play to George, and best of luck, George. Glad that you've got a club. Glad that you're back on the pitch doing what you do well. You'll always be a legend for MK Dons, and we wish you all the best. Certainly from Dons on as well.
Indeed.
Good stuff. So, yeah, a few comments as well. So, Ryan has said, Big Marv is my player of the year right now. Love him. Yeah, I'm really impressed with him. I don't think he'll win player of the year, Ryan. I think there's a few others that probably will. I'm not saying that's fair or not, but I do take your point. I think he's done incredibly well when he was almost written off once Nelson came in. And
look at the Fleetwood form.
Look at Fleetwood's form. Let's have a look at it now quickly.
Go on, have a look at it.
Let's have a look at it. Let's dissect it, Cole. Draw, win, draw. So yeah, they've drawn 4 of their last 5 and won 1, and the last 3 games have all been draws. So
well, hopefully it'll be done and dusted by the time we get out there.
Right, to say hardly setting the world on fire, are they? That's for sure.
Yeah, but they're not losing.
Well, they're not.
Both Walsall and Newport have hit the woodwork.
Well, there you go. Or as Delia Smith would say, where are you now? Let's be having you.
Let's be having you.
Let's be having you. Where are you? Never forget that. It was brilliant. Mick says both Walsall and Newport hit the woodwork. Yep. Hopefully,
don't drink at football games, kids.
Yeah. Hopefully, a couple of those go in, Mick, before the end of the night. That would be great. Ryan says Newport just cleared off the line from Bromley as well. So it is all go. There's been a number of things.
Yeah, there can't be long left at that game, can there? I think they kicked off early, did they?
Yeah, I think it was early.
Oh dear, that is. There's a bad. AFC 2, Orient 4, Dominic Ballard with a hat trick.
Luke just told us, thank you, Luke, for the commentary. I appreciate it. It was just what we needed. Just to clarify, they are 4-2 down. Thank you, Luke. Sorry, I can't remember what that was. What did Luke say? Oh, that was it. It was 4-2 down. There we are. Yeah. Thank you, Luke, for the. There we go.
We got that on loop, haven't we?
Must be. 88 minutes played.
Yeah, cheers, Mick. 4 minutes to go.
Hopefully there's about 15 minutes of injury time and someone gets worn down and the goal goes in. 3 minutes left as well. So, yeah, we shall see plus injury time. It's like watching Sky Sports, but on the low budget, the Z-listers. Helen did say, and for some reason, Helen, I can't get
I've just watched the Orient 4th goal, and the AFC keeper, awful.
Yeah, it was exactly right. Well, there you go. What a surprise. Yeah, Helen, for some reason, Helen, I can't get your comment to come up on the screen, but she was saying which George Williams, older or younger, the senior George Williams, 30, I think he's 32 now, isn't he? 32, 33.
Was that GB Williams?
George Williams, Mr. Williams, on the wing.
GB,
yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, on the wing. Always a legend.
Okay, all right. Shall we have a...
And 3-0 Oldham. Let's not forget as well. Ash, thank you.
Yeah, cheers, Ash.
So, moving into the weekend, I mean, we can review Swindon, or do you want to do...
Do you want to talk a little bit about Swindon?
We can do, Cole. I mean, we've touched on it a little bit. You go for it.
Oh, thank you.
It's all right. No, go on, go for it.
Well, like I said, the thing that's... I think...
Bromley just scored, by the way.
Oh, bollocks.
I do apologise to anyone who is offended by that language. So there we go. But it's pure emotion on Colin's front. To be fair, it's after the watershed, Colin. No, it's not. It's not quite the watershed. So I apologise. Go on, carry on.
Sorry. Well, in time reaction, I felt
Exactly. Go on.
Bloody
I'm only
hell.
saying that for YouTube's benefit. Otherwise, we'll get a ticking off.
They're unbelievable. They always seem to find a way to bloody win, don't they? Unbelievable. Anyway, no. What has impressed me more than...
Yeah, I saw that, Danny. I saw that. It's ironic. It is ironic. Although I do note, Danny, that the 2003 kit that says Go MK seems to be very vacant from their shop. But who am I?
No, what I was going to say was is our ability to stay in the game.
So go on, carry on.
We're coming to blame. Yeah,
isn't he always?
It's our ability to stay in the game. I mean, we've often said it. If it was last season, we'd have lost it or something of that nature.
Yeah,
but you know, it's our resilience and the way we've adapted the formation and approach to a game, and I think that's impressed me. And I think Barrow have just pulled one back against Salford. Brackley have equalised against Solihull Moors. I think that's the thing that's impressed me most about this team is the resilience and, you know, adaptability, and they don't know when they're beaten, and that's really, really impressed me. And you know, I think a lot of us still think about, you know, we've been around a long while watching this team, and you know, we keep thinking, you know, whatever can go wrong will go wrong, and there's a lot of us still thinking, well, when's it going to go wrong? When's it going to go wrong? Yeah. You almost expect something bad to happen, and so far, you know, all these games that we've had just recently with Cambridge and you know, it's even Swindon and what have you, we've worried about it, and then we've got over the hurdle, and we think, well, what were we? Oh, bloody hell, what a goal! Why are we worrying about? I'll just see the Bromley goal. Why are we worrying about it? Well, you know, we should be forgetting that mentality and thinking we've stepped on from that.
Should do. You know, I don't disagree, Cole. I don't disagree. No. It's a tough one. But I thought, look, that game, particularly the first half, Swindon played pretty well. I didn't expect us to have all the ball, but I thought we grew into it. And towards the end of that game,
I did as well.
We were the better team by far. But I think that's where we come a long way. Look, you know, Swindon aren't. That's not. You know, I know their form's not. You know, brilliant, but they're nobody's fault. They're a decent team. Yeah. It was going to be a hard place to go. But
Drennan is their top, the league's top scorer, and basically he had one shot that squeezed past the post. But you know, certainly when Nelson came on, he was out of it. Yeah,
that was exactly that. Too fragile last season, and again the confidence was shattered. And it's no surprise that I said it before, and I'll say it again. You had two managers come in, a caretaker manager. It was, you know, unbalanced transfers, just buying players to the names rather than positions. It was an absolute chaotic season of silliness, really. And I think the club have definitely learned from it. But we were lucky not to go down in the end. And I mean, that's the reality of it. You know, we were not far off the drop when it came to.
Well, there was a few worried faces, wasn't there, for quite a while?
So look, it is one of those. We should reflect on that and never forget where we've been to where we've come in one season. That in itself should not be forgotten. How far we've come in less than a year.
Bristol Rovers 1, Shrewsbury 0. Tommy Lee, the scorer.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, I think, like I said, I thought it was a good win. I thought we played well. I thought we controlled the game as we grew into it. I don't think we fear anyone in this league, really, Cole. I think the only one that worries me a little bit is probably Salford. But other than that, I'm not really concerned by the rest of the teams in the league, to be honest with you. Like I say, I think on our day we can beat anyone. I think particularly the last 3 or 4 games, the goals that we've scored in the previous 2 before Swindon, the way we beat Swindon and the way we controlled it, particularly in the second half, the injuries that are coming back. And I think players stepping up. That's the thing as well. Players seizing their opportunities, and I think that's the important thing. That it's the togetherness isn't just about the first 11; it's about the whole squad stepping in when they're called upon to make the difference. And I think most of them, if not the large majority of them, have done that in part, or actually, really stood out and grasped their opportunities. No more than Marvek Pateta, who was dropped when we got Nelson. Maybe a bit harsh, but he sees his opportunity back at Grimsby and he hasn't let go since then. And fair play to him. He's really stepped up. So it just goes to show success breeds success and it drives players on. And like I say, I've not felt this confident. I've not felt this good about a squad probably since the Liam Manning days. And I would probably argue that this squad pound for pound is probably a stronger squad, even though it's in a different league, than the one we had that nearly went up against Rotherham.
Accrington 0, Notts County 4.
Yeah, well, there you go. Those results are going to happen, but our goal difference is fine, Cole. I think, again, if it came down to that, we're pretty okay. Yeah. Danny asked a question. He said, our transfer policy last year was let's sign every attacking midfielder possible. I think it was just chaotic. It was just like, let's sign someone because of when we want to get, it's probably not going to come in. And then we got them as well. And we ended up having 11 midfield players. It was frankly ridiculous, Danny. And I think we've got a bit of overhang this season with a bloated squad because of that, where we can't let players go. They're on big contracts, long contracts. So hopefully next season, if we do go up, we'll start to see a bit of that shift around.
I mean, we are in a position now. If we want to end a contract, we can pay it up, because we got the cash.
We could, but I mean, there's no point this close to the end of the season. I think it'll be if we're going to do that at least at the end of the season.
Yeah, there'll be a few gone at the end of the season. Whatever happens to our status, whether we are League 2 or League 1. So.
Yeah, I think so. But no, look, we've talked about it across tonight, but I thought great win, solid win. I thought we were going to win it, but
I was nervous. I don't deny it.
No, I mean, Swindon were very confident. No doubt they would be because it's a home, but to go there and actually make them look an average team, that's the bit that impresses me the most.
Yeah.
Speaking of teams and moving into the Barnet game, now there's a team I'm a little bit concerned about, because they just seem to. Their form isn't great, but the last time we played them, they frustrated us, Cole. And I don't know. Again, going back to your point about Colchester, do you think now we're a different team? Do you think we're going to approach that differently?
I would like to think we've learned something from playing them. Yeah, we drew 2-2 with them, didn't we? Right. We went down to we were losing 2-0, I think, weren't we? And I think we're a much better team. Like I said, Salford have gone 3-1 up now. Fabio Barini again. I think we are a better team, and I don't know. I think we're probably going to have too much for them. I think it'll be tight again. 2 former Dons playing for them. Kamongo Tishimanga, and remember this one, Danny Collins.
Yeah. Danny says he said I hear Lecco's going to Northampton to get the ball back from his penalty against Oxford. Very good, Danny. Very good.
So
it's a difficult. I still don't. And again, I know form doesn't. It does count, but I still think it's going to be a difficult game. They're just a very physical nuisance team.
Yeah, they got beat by Crawley at the weekend, didn't they?
They did, but they're winning tonight. So it's. I don't know. I think we should have enough at home to see them off, Cole. I do think, but again, it's just one of those. They're one of those teams that just concern me. And I can't give you a logic as to why. I'm probably more concerned about the Saturday than I am tomorrow night, ultimately. But again, another tough test. I ultimately think if we're going to play that one, similar to I think what Callum said on the video, I don't think it's going to be a big score, and I think it'll be like a 1-0, 2-0. I don't think it's going to be anything great shakes. I think it'll be a difficult game, physical game, and a tough team to break down ultimately.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Teams like Colchester and Barnet are like those middle of the range teams that are capable of winning against a team above them, and also capable of losing a team. Gillingham 0, Swindon 2. Final score: Newport 0, Bromley 1. Unbelievable. Scored late again. But yeah, so I class both Colchester and Barnet as like dangerous animals, if you know what I mean. If you allow them to dictate the game, we could have two difficult games here. Very difficult.
So, what's your score prediction? And also, everyone watching home, let us know your scores as well. I'd love to hear them.
What do I think? I think 2-0 to us.
Okay.
I don't think they'll score. Although it'd be just like Tishy Manga to score against us, wouldn't it? And then
Another former player.
Celebrate in front of the cowshed. No, but I think these are a better prospect for us than Colchester. I see Colchester as a real, like we said, that two midfields batting off against each other. I think that's going to be difficult. But I see Barnet as a slightly easier task. I don't know why. It's just a gut feeling, really.
Well, Ash seems to think 3-1 against Barnet.
Right.
And Matt's asked the question. It's a question for you guys. What are your thoughts on the front of shirt and title partnership with Suzuki concluding at the end of the season? You heard it here first, by the way.
Yeah. Do you remember me going like that?
Well, after I mentioned something to you, I do.
Yeah, we were talking about this weeks ago. Apparently it's not so exclusive in the Citizen because we told you about it weeks ago. So
yeah, Helen thinks 2-1.
Yeah.
Ryan says 3-1. We'll come back to that, Matt. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about it. And 1-1. Yeah, I mean, look, it's one of those things, right? I think it's the mentality and mindset of I'm grateful to Suzuki over the years for the support and partnership they've done. But we're in a different stratosphere now in terms of the ownership.
The word was, and I've got to be careful how I say this.
Go
on. The word was, I don't think the new ownership were that impressed with the amount of money that
that's what I was trying to get to, Cole.
The shirt sponsorship deal was sold for.
No, and this is the thing. We're in a different stratosphere now because of the ownership, the money, and their direction. The Suzuki money that we had was under a different ownership, under a different time, and a different way of doing things. And it wasn't again, allegedly, it wasn't the greatest amount, and probably could have been done for more. But again, that was before the new ownership came in. So,
look, I mean, it was rumoured to be about the £25,000 a season,
something nominal, wasn't it? But
which isn't a Crawley have just equalised against Barnet, by the way.
Okay, there you go.
Danilo Orsi.
There's a surprise. He
from
found
the penalty
spot. But yeah, no. Money aside, Suzuki, you've done a lot over the years in the community for us as a club.
Yeah.
So I am grateful to them. It's a shame. It is a shame that there couldn't have been a place found, and there may be, but there couldn't be a place found somewhere in Stadium MK as a
well, who knows? Who knows?
I'd like to see that continue. Who knows?
It's not always nice, in my opinion, to have a world brand on the front of the shirt rather than the 99p stores or something, or Fred's ice cream van.
I mean, that's the thing. Suzuki is a good brand, but I think to your point, Matt, in your earlier question, I think that the ownership, from what I understand and from what Colin understands, is there are some very large names that are currently looking to be vying for that. It's not for us to say anything. It's not for the club to say something around it, but I think you'll expect a very good package and a very good brand once the things have been settled. But I believe it's still in tender with a few people still vying for it.
Well, one of the names I heard, I won't mention what it is. One of the names I heard was quite a well-known brand in the Dubai area.
Well, a couple of them were, and there's a few locally as well, which are. But there was quite a few people vying for it. So again, we'll have to wait.
Not
and see.
names I was familiar with.
Yeah, but I mean, like I say, I think it's one of those things, Matt. New management, new ownership, new times, things change, and I think if we want to step up and be in the bigger leagues, we need more revenue, we need more sponsorship money. You can see the same with the naming rights of the stadium, etc. As those go on. Yeah. So I'm open to it if it means success on the pitch for the club. I'm not too worried about it. You see a lot of arenas and stadiums as well being renamed to the Amex Arena, whatever it may be. Fans will still call it Stadium MK. It's just one of those things, isn't it? But it's just
and even if it's called the whatever stand, I think people will still call it the East Stand, or they certainly aren't going to change the name of the cowshed to the whatever company limited stand or something like that. I think it'll be we'll certainly still call it the cowshed, but I mean,
exactly. But we'll see.
We'll see how they integrate these things.
Exactly. So Craig says as long as we keep matching Bromley, it'll make it all the sweeter when we beat them at the stadium. Okay, I couldn't agree more on that one, Craig. Kane did say something as well. Sorry, Kane, jumps off the screen to bring it back up. He said, I honestly go into games now kind of expecting to win. We're just that good now. When Swindon equalised, I kind of sat back knowing we're going to get the winner eventually. Yeah, it feels like that. It does feel like that, doesn't it? And that's a nice shift to have, because we always used to sit there thinking, what's going to go wrong now? Or we're going to sit back, or those kind of things. Ryan mentioned as well. I want us to get 100 goals. Do you think we can do? Oh, it's possible, Ryan. 9 games. It would require a lot of big score lines. It's possible, but
I mean, we have got a couple of dodgy teams to play, Barrow and Tranmere. So
you're averaging what three or four goals a game now to the end of the season, really, to hit that. So it's possible, right? It's possible, but can we do it? I'm not going to say no, because stranger things have happened. I'd like to see it. Why not? Why not? 100 goals.
I've just watched the Burton goalkeeper conceding a horrendous goal. Anyway, carry on. Sorry.
No,
what was that comment?
Their number 7 was epic at their place. I presume he means Mr. Jack Payne.
Yeah.
Kane said, we've got, again, I don't know why, it's Luke Brown with a few of these things and a few glitches on the comments tonight. Ash said, still think Suzuki will still be a sponsor, but not the main shirt sponsor. I don't know, Ash. The rumours that we've heard is that still to be decided, so may or may not be the case, but we'll have to wait and see. I hope so, though. I hope so. Kane said, tomorrow 2-1. He thinks Saturday 4-2. I think we're good enough now that for any goal we concede, we get 2 back. The overconfidence will bite me in the arse eventually, but hopefully not anytime soon. Hopefully not until we get promoted, and then we can lose a game.
I think the thing, cast your mind back to the Harrogate game, and Harrogate played quite well, didn't they? And
let's have it, Greg. I don't see it, Ollie, somewhere. I think there's bigger ones, that's for sure.
Harrogate played quite well, didn't they? And then they scored, and it was almost like we woke up.
Yeah.
And,
it was.
Yeah. I just wish we'd start a bit faster. Never mind. We generally tend to go in front, but not that game. But we pulled ourselves out of it.
We did, and that's the mentality, right? It's the togetherness that Warney's built with that squad. Which, given where we were at the end of last season,
full-time accurate 0 Notts County 4.
Cracking, isn't it? It's going to drive it right to the end of the season. You've got Notts County, Salford, Swindon are winning. You've got Cambridge drawing, so that gives us 4 points off a 4th, and 1 point ahead of Cambridge. So if we win tomorrow,
with a game in hand,
exactly, yeah. Who knows? And Bromley have played an extra game. Let's not forget that as well. They're on 38 games, and we've played 37. So, So if we win that tomorrow, 2 points again. We shall see.
We've still got to play.
I mean, Rice, it would have been nice to only stuck with just one thing.
Walsall has finished 0-0 with Cambridge.
Okay, good stuff. Ryan said it would be nice if we only stuck with just one thing. I mean, one of those things, Ryan, money talks, and we need money, we need revenue, and he's going to do everything he can to raise revenue, all the better. I mean, as I say, if it means that we get a better caliber of player coming through the door, more revenue to help generate more success, you've got to take it.
And what you were saying about Fleetwood,
what's that?
What you were saying about Fleetwood, they're now losing 1-0. Grimsby scored in the 96th minute.
Doesn't surprise me. But no, I just hope, as I say, when we look at what's happening and the way we're moving forward and everything, that this isn't something where we start getting in a bad name or a betting brand on the front of the shirt. I don't like that kind of thing.
No,
I'd like to see proper quality, and again, sometimes it depends on the brand, doesn't it? But some of these brands can be controversial. I hope they think about that as well, and the connotations it would have with the club, depending on the brand. That's what I'd say.
Yeah.
Jamie says, as long as it's not a betting company, no, I 100% agree with you on that one. We did say, and again, I don't know if rumours are to be believed, but Marmite would have been one of my ones, because love us or hate us, that would have been quite appropriate. But I believe that was discounted, but it would have been fun, wouldn't it? That's for sure.
Yeah.
Matt's just brought up another comment here. He said, from the club statement, I thought that Suzuki was going to still be in the relationship with the club, just not as a title shirt. But again,
probably. Who knows?
We hope so. But again, for the club to come and confirm all of this once they know all the other sponsors, I guess. But hopefully more to come on that very soon, particularly with the new shirts coming out for next season within the next month or so.
Going to be quite something, so we've been told, haven't we?
Well, I won't say anything any more than you will, but if Ollie enjoyed the pink third kit, then look forward to next season's kit for the third one. It's going to be an interesting one. That's for sure. I've said too much already. But yeah, some good kits on their way. But yeah, I mean, overall, Cole, I think the next two games, I am going to go and stick my neck on the block and say we're going to get maximum points from both. 6 points from the next two.
Watford 3, Wrexham 1. Oh dear, what a shame.
What a shame. Anyway, I think that was it. I don't know if there's any more to cover off tonight.
Well, it's a bit early, isn't it?
Not at all. 2 hours in.
Okay. No, I haven't got anything really much to say. I probably agree with you. Well, I hope. My fingers are crossed, my toes are crossed, everything's crossed. I'd love to be sitting here 5 o'clock on Saturday afternoon and think to myself, that's another 6 points in the tin. Brilliant.
It's possible, Cole. It's possible. And I think we've got it in the locker to do it. I generally think we can. We're on a run. We're on a roll. We've got the quality. We've got the depth. It's now just about getting over the line. The next 9 games, and it is a cliche, but they really are a cup final. If we can keep the momentum going.
Well, I mean, we've been saying that, haven't we? You know, changing the subject, looking at the fact that Gillingham have lost again, only by 2 goals this time. How long do you think? How long do you think Ainsworth's got left, or do you think they'll hang on to him?
They're not in danger of going down. I don't think.
No. No.
I think if you're the owner, the season's a write-off. Just see what happens in the transfer window. I think if he gets to the end of the season, he may do. Again, to be fair to Ainsworth, as much as I dislike his brand of football, he did a job for Gillingham at the start of the season, went off, had his surgeries, things went a bit awry on the pitch. And he's never
they were
quite
fourth,
recovered.
if you remember.
Yeah, so I think he's got the ability to do it. I think the ownership at Gillingham will realise that. They will give him a transfer window, and if they start the season bad, he'll be gone. But I think they'll give him to the end of the season and a chance to rebuild, because he has got a terrible amount of injuries, to be fair to Gillingham.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
You know, I'm not his biggest fan, but at the same time, I think it's pretty harsh to sack him when you've not got fully fit squads and you're not in danger of going down. You're probably not going to go up.
Right.
Give the guy a chance.
Yeah.
Give the guy a chance, I guess. But like I say, it's not my brand of football. It does
just thought of.
Yeah, no, I mean, so it's not my brand of football. It will do a job, and I'm no doubt if he gets another transfer window and the summer to rebuild, he'll probably do enough to get them in the playoffs or there or thereabouts to push them on up the league. But I just feel sorry for the Gillingham fans. It's just dire football to watch when it's under Ainsworth, but it is what it is. It works for some. But yeah, no, other than that, as I say, I think the interesting one for me and the one I'm looking forward to is the Bromley game, Cole. That's not coming in too far down the line.
Yeah, that could be a massive game, couldn't it? Massive.
Huge game.
Cambridge are going to be a little bit gutted about only drawing with Walsall. Chesterfield obviously going to feel a bit sick about losing. A win tonight for them could have put them in the top 7. Grimsby now going to the top 7. Yeah, they're on 59 points, and when you look at it, we're 12 points clear of the 8th team. That's 4 wins.
Now, one question before we wrap up, an important question. 9 games, as Ollie said earlier, left to go. What do you think of this run-in? I'm going to ask you, I know we've done it before, but I'm going to ask you again. And I want your honest opinion on whether you think we're going to win, lose, draw. Colchester, we've talked about. Barnet, we've talked about. The game after that, away game, it's a big game. Salford away.
Draw.
I mean, the next one should speak for itself as night follows day, but Barrow at home.
That could be a slaughter.
That could help our goal difference, potentially.
Yeah, well, even more help us. Yeah.
You've then got Oldham away. Potential banana skins for me.
Tricky fixture. If you look at Oldham, they're unbeaten in the last 6.
Bromley at home. Huge game.
I think we'll beat them.
I hope we beat them.
Yeah.
Crew away.
Again, another tricky fixture, but they've lost their last. Well, they haven't won in their last 3. Obviously, they're still in the shout with the playoffs. We're going to have a better idea by the time we get to them, what they need, what we need. But
Tranmere at home.
Historically, we ain't done too bad at Crew. Tranmere, if I was the owners, I'd get an abacus put on the goal so we can keep counting of all the goals we're going to score. I think we'll slaughter Tranmere. They've got the worst. They've got the worst defence in the EFL League 2. They've let in 68 goals this season in 38 games. That's a phenomenal amount.
Yeah. And then lastly, Fleetwood away.
I'm hoping it's all done by then.
I am.
But I certainly, I don't know. Let me have a look at Fleetwood. They are 14th.
Yeah, no great shakes.
They lost tonight. Did they? Did Fleetwood lose tonight?
I don't think they did. Let's have a look. Could be wrong.
Yeah, they lost 1-0 to Grimsby.
Oh, they lost in the end. Yeah, I thought it was 0-0.
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't want to be going up there looking for a win. I mean, my memory harps back to the day we went to Burton Albion and we had to win to stay up.
Yep.
And we did everything bar score. But if we're up by then, get up to Fleetwood and let's have a party.
So you think we're going to win all but 2, which you reckon the draws from the last 9?
I think, yeah. I reckon, yeah.
So you reckon 26 points?
Is that a lot?
26 points from the remaining 30.
No, I don't reckon 26. 7 wins, that's 21, 23.
23, sorry. 23.
Yeah. I think we've got another 20 points to add on here, at least. I think we'll end up on about 91 points.
Do you think that's going to get us to the trophy, or do you think that's a promotion?
I think the game's going to depend on that Bromley game, isn't it? Winner takes all.
I think Bromley, and I also think the Salford games, win those 2. I think they're going to be the critical ones for me. But yeah, I'm with you. I think there's probably 2 draws in the rest of those, and the rest are winnable. Yeah. My biggest concerns there is Oldham away and Salford away.
Yeah.
That worry me most. The rest of them, I'm not that worried about, to be honest.
I wouldn't argue with that.
So yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that's it then, is it?
That is it, Clive.
So we've had to move tonight's show because of Sky TV.
Thank you, Sky.
Well, we couldn't have done it tomorrow night, could we? Because there'd have been nobody watching.
We could have done. There's no one would be watching because we're live from the stadium.
So right, we're back next week. Yeah, we got our old mate Danny on from Salford, haven't we? The man with the big microphone.
We have. We've got Danny back with the big microphone.
We like Danny.
You like his microphone, I know.
It's going to be interesting to see what... Who was Salford playing on Saturday, by the way? Cambridge United away.
Cambridge, yeah. It's going to be a hell of a week for them.
Yeah, well, it'll be a hell of a bloody game for Cambridge after drawing with Walsall. But, yeah, we got Danny on next week. We're back next Wednesday. We're back to Wednesday night at 7:45. We got Salford to talk about. We're obviously going to talk about the Barnet game, the Colchester game. Hopefully, well, who knows what's happened by the time we get around to next week. But, you know, it's always lively. Might be worth joining us. Aiden might be wearing that silly bleeding that anymore.
I think I might. I must say thank you to everyone who's input on the show. As always, every week I do say this, but for the fans, by the fans, with the fans, that's what this show's about. We wouldn't do this if it wasn't for you. We couldn't do this if it wasn't for you guys. We appreciate your input, your time as well. So thank you for everything you guys input to the show every week. Grant says, see you tomorrow night. Come on, you Dons. Jivan has said, last time we played a promotion rival on April 11th, we beat them and got promoted at the end of the season. I think.
How does Jivan know all these things?
The man's a mindful of information, but I think, Jivan, that is probably the best comment. We could have left the show on a high. So thank you, my friend. Thank you. And we look forward to seeing Jivan's predictions, previews, and reviews on the Facebook page, on his YouTube channel. Please follow him. Please give him a like. Please watch the content. It's worth it. He's a great guy. Need I say more?
Well, not really. I think only thing you really ought to say is say goodnight, Aidan.
Good night, Aidan.
And I promise you won't be wearing that hat next week.
I'll be doubling the points. We'll be doubling the points this week, Carl. Don't worry about that.
Thanks for watching. Take care. Come on, you Dons.
Come on, you Dons. See you tomorrow.
Good night. Thank you.